Hey, all you super players out there, Ben Lotus, aka 5 Buck Lunch, coming at you with an interesting new video today. We had an update from Bandai on online tournaments. It appears that a couple of the bigger event runners are going to be running some official online tournaments. Now, there isn't anything in here about regional invites, anything like that. I don't think Bandai wants to promise anything about nationals yet, but they are putting in Event Pack, Champion Pack 2 and Event Pack 6, which is nice, so we'll get some more of those in circulation. I do want to point out, I went through and read some of the comments, and they're very divisive. A lot of people are mad because they don't have computers to play on, which, I mean, that's true, but they can't really run events either, so it's kind of this or nothing. Some people are upset because a lot of the tournament providers are putting caps on tournaments, and I will say, while that is frustrating, it is very difficult to run like a big, like 300-person tournament online, especially because the clients we have aren't great. If it was an official client, it'd be a lot easier to do, or something like a little more fleshed out. The clients we have right now are basically like super basic level like clients. Like you have to manually do everything. There isn't any auto. It's not like Dueling Book where it's like super easy to use. A lot of the install stuff's kind of annoying. So I understand why they're doing some caps. One thing I want to point out that not really anyone's talking about is that they said that they are running a series of tournaments, meaning that I don't think these are going to be one of things. I think Bandai is going to be trying to run like at least one of these a month minimum, probably twice a month once they get going. As you can see on here, they have July 18th, 24th, and 25th. So there are multiple different days you can do it. It is going to be a thing where you dedicate a whole day, just like a tournament, and you sit down at your computer and you play all of your rounds in a row. It's not going to be, I know a lot of tournaments online, like the smaller, like 8-mans, will be like over a whole week, and you'll set a time to meet with a person in the evening. So these are more of traditional tournaments where you sit down for a day and that's what you do that day, is you play this Dragon Ball tournament. Uh, Same kind of idea as going to a local. It's not something where you're going to be playing it over a whole week, which I personally like better. I know it's kind of inconvenient for some people. If you can't play on that day, just like a locals, you can't go. It's not something where you can schedule it according to your own like dependency, but I think this is better because it's a lot easier to keep things structured and going. If you have, a 64-person tournament and you got a couple people that can't find their opponents and something weird happens, then people complain about that. It's just really messy if those tournaments get bigger than like 8 people. So I think it's better to do it this way, even though some people have been complaining about it. Looks like they're going to have the regional mats going out there as well. I like this because we're getting more packs, which means card prices will hopefully go down a little bit. It's also nice because since obviously you don't need the cards, so these are essentially free. I think one of the events I looked at, PPGs, I think it was, and they're charging $10 for entry. Seems pretty reasonable to me. But we'll have to see. Hopefully these will be successful and go through. There is a lot of negativity around in here about people wanting LGSs to get the promo packs and stuff like that. And I want to tell you that this doesn't mean that people don't want to, or that doesn't mean we're not also going to get them in LGSs. I still think that Bandai is going to give us some of those packs for LGSs for things like shop championships, things like that. Those are coming. I believe they put out a thing that's saying they're starting official tournaments sometime in July for locals. So we'll probably get more news probably mid-July about that kind of things. Everyone's just got to be patient with all this pandemic stuff. This is just one of the things they're doing in order to make sure that we have ways to play the game. So I know a lot of you people are negative. I know you're frustrated that you either don't have the capacity to play in these tournaments or don't have can't like cut out a whole day to play in the tournaments, or you're frustrated because a tournament got sold out already and you can't play in it. But please be patient. This is just one of the things Bandai is doing to help with the game and get us playing the game again. And I think it's a step in the right direction. I don't think this is the only thing they're going to do. So please try and be optimistic, I guess is the way I'm putting this. I know it might not work for everybody, but having people have ways to play the game again, however we can do it, is just a step in the right direction. So go out there, play some Super, and have some fun.